Welcome to a fresh episode of the Genuine ScLoHo Media and Marketing Podcast. My name is Scott Howard, also known as ScLoHo. Well, what's a ScLoHo, you may ask? It's a nickname that uses the first two letters of my first name, middle name, and last name. So that means ScLO and HO, and then you mash them together, and it becomes ScLoHo. It began as an email address and then my online persona, and since 2017, it's been a podcast. This is an ongoing collection of media, marketing, and personal insights, and each episode is usually less than 10 minutes long. This is actually the audio recording of an article that you can read at my website, scotthoward.me. Altogether, I published over 1,700 articles. I've got a couple of free gifts for you, too, with no strings attached. The first one is early access to my Sound Advice newsletter. It's emailed nearly every week with the exception of holiday weeks, and there's a link in each email for more practical tips on the advice that I share. I also use this material in some of the podcast episodes, but that's not until a few weeks have passed since the free Sound Advice newsletter was sent. The other gift is a complimentary problem-solving consultation. If you're in the Fort Wayne, Indiana metro or close by, it's best to do it in person. I can also do some Zoom meetings almost anywhere. Drop me a note to Scott at WOWO.com for either one of these offers. Now, let's jump into this week's podcast episode, number 444, and this one is titled The Cost of Avoiding the Obvious. Last month, subscribers to my free Sound Advice newsletter received this in their inbox. I'll send it to you if you ask. Let's dig in. Most business problems don't sneak up on us. Usually, we see them coming. We notice the warning signs. We talk about them with our spouse or manager or anybody who will listen. Then we hope they somehow fix themselves. Yeah, right. A retail business may know its checkout area is always cluttered, confusing, and painfully slow. Customers stand around wondering where the line begins while employees step over the same stack of boxes every day. Everybody sees it, but nobody owns fixing it. How about a service business? They may have a technician who does excellent work but is routinely late, communicates poorly, and leaves customers wondering whether anyone is coming. The owner keeps making excuses because good help is hard to find. Meanwhile, customers are quietly making other plans at other places. The problem might be an underperforming employee, an outdated process, a customer who mistreats your staff, a service that you've underpriced, or a piece of equipment that's been held together with duct tape and optimism since everybody was just little toddlers. Whatever it is, delaying the decision rarely makes it easier. Small problems can become expensive problems. Temporary workarounds become permanent procedures. And when employees see an issue repeatedly ignored, they begin to assume it must be acceptable. That may be the biggest cost of all. Leadership isn't only about finding exciting new opportunities. Sometimes it means looking directly at the thing that everybody already knows is wrong and finally dealing with it. Your business may not need another big idea this week. It may simply need you to fix the problem that you keep walking past. If you would like to see 5 ways to stop avoiding the obvious, drop me a note or find this article at my website at scotthoward.me. Do you have any questions about advertising, marketing, and business practices that you don't know who to ask? You can ask me. Email me, Scott at WOWO.com. That's Scott at WOWO.com. By the way, even though I'm recording this at the Federated Media Studios in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and I work for WOWO Radio, and this is being promoted by my employer, everything that I say or write is strictly my own thoughts and not necessarily the opinion of Federated Media or any of their affiliations and or advertisers. And remember, feel free to drop me a note to Scott at WOWO.com.
Podcasts by Federated Media.